Good morning. It's a great day. It's a great day. Let me. I'm just gonna do a check on this camera real quick, see if it's capturing what it's supposed to be capturing.
I'm scared for Michael Burry.
I
wonder if he's a little bit like the guy Jesse Livermore that I think a lot of traders know about. You ever hear that guy? Reminiscence of a stock operator. So
I'm actually working on. Actually, let me pause these guys. I was listening to something.
Greatest stock market bet ever. He made $100 million during the Great Depression. He was like a famous short seller.
Listening to some stuff. Am I good? All right. Okay, so good morning and good Monday. And this is a Q&A episode. So if anyone have questions about fixing the cleaners, you can use this episode to try to see if I can walk you through anything, or even just point you in the right direction. All right, and let's see what we have here. Just trying to get myself situated so I can see what's going on. I'll do it another way. Okay. All right, so let me get these out the way. This is some stuff I'm trying to take care of. Okay. So yesterday, I had a show yesterday, and I was working on a sharp nozzle. And I said, you know what? I might as well finish it up on the show, right? So I have it here. I'm missing something, but I'll have to finish that part up later. But I'll do the important part today. I am missing something. I'm missing this little piece right here for the other side of my workshop. That's where I filmed the yesterday's video. Let me get a toothbrush and just kind of clean this out just a little bit. Get a scissor or something. Yeah, I'm just trying to get some stuff out of here. Hey, Rudy, what's up? What's up, man? Yeah, I'm just continuing from yesterday. I was able to clean off this pretty good. This stuff was really dirty. And so I'm going to use a hook blade to get this hair off here, okay? So you have the regular blade. Give me a sec. I'm not doing this right. Give me one moment. Un momento, por favor. Let's see. All right. Great. You know what? I really like this sweater. Oh my gosh, I forgot my belt. I really like. I forgot my belt. I like this sweater, but man, this thing shrunk on me, and it upsets me because I really like this sweater. Gosh. You put it on for that one last time. That's kind of what's happening right now. Is that one last time deal. Okay. All right, let's do this. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to... Got this covered right here. And let me put on my gloves. This is a little thicker glove while I'm working with this blade. Now, I think there's a few ways I can do this. When it get this bad, guys, just know that hair and carpet is they're notorious for destroying brushes, okay? Because the carpet themselves are like it's like plastic, you know. So when they get kind of caught up in there and just really, you know, that's what's happening. Like I can tell this is already worn already. This cap. So I have a feeling I may have to find another end cap for this. And I think I have. I think I have some. I think I have some. Hold on, let me see. I may have right here. I may have something I can use. I may have it. I'm gonna see if these are the right size. I'm gonna see if these are the right size. If they're the right size, I'll just take it off of here and put it on here. Okay. All right. So I'm just checking to see what's going on. And now, let me start pulling at this here with this cord. So now, look at that, just like that. Okay. So I'm gonna cut away from myself. Look at that. I can see the brush again. And it's kind of on the light side. This brush needs to be changed. This is a good indication, right? Let me give you an idea. This is a used brush. Okay, this is a used brush. It's a shark, but it's not the same. But if you can see the length, the difference in the bristles, see that? It's got stuff on it. But you see what I'm talking about? You see this little here, and then compared to these, that's your indicator that it's time to change your brush. Okay. Hey Rudy, have a sharp vacuum here and never goes in the brush, stays clean. Really? That's cool, man. How do you pull that off? How do you pull off having a sharp? I mean, people would love to know. I'm sure anyone that's passing through would love to know. How do you get a shark vacuum to not have hair on it? You know, I think they're vacuum companies trying to figure that out. Man, because whatever information you have is valuable, buddy. Okay, so yeah, I may have to purchase a brush. I'll have to see if I have this in stock. Let me see. Hold on, I'm just trying to get some hair from around here. All right. Okay, so this is free. It's looking good, right? And we have a whole head of hair here. Somebody, we can make a wig out of this thing. Okay, so honestly, this wasn't even what I was doing this for. I wasn't here for that. I was here to fix this part. Oh man. But let me see if this fits. Let's see if these are the same size. They may not be. Let's see. This is caked up in here. Look at all this. See, that's what I was telling you. When I tell you that hair is the that is hair and pet hair, human hair. It'll get in there, man, and it'll tear it up. So that, I mean, honestly, to me, that's why you should make it easy for people to open up at least that part. I'm sure the shops that repair these things uh, benefit from the fact that some of this stuff can be complicated, or just a lack of knowledge, or just people's attentions on other things, right? So I'm sure that's the case in some cases, but for the most part, you benefit more if the products are easily serviced by their consumers, and then something really major happens, you take it to the shop. But I guess not. Damn, this is, yeah, I think you have to replace this. May have to replace this and just be done with it, because I mean, there's a couple of things. One, the brush, yeah, two, the bearings here are just, it's hard to get in to get this stuff out of here. I mean, unless you burn it, I guess. You could try burning it, but then you're gonna melt the plastic, right? No, I've never done that. I'm just talking up. I'm just talking, man. Let me see something. Hold on. This little guy right here. Let's see if we can pull out more of this. All right, we'll try one of my little sprays, my little lubricants. Ugh. Come on. You know what I'm saying? See, this is not good. See how tough this is to turn? Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna leave this alone for a second, okay? I'm gonna leave this alone for a second. These are just not the same size. I have a few more in boxes back there, so I'll double check to see if I have it in stock. All right, so anyway, so here we are. So what I did with this, okay, this was ripped and torn and everything. And I had another piece, a longer piece, like this, right? And so you just pull out the old, pull it out, and they all have the spiral in the inside. So you can just turn it in. But what I'm thinking is that the best thing is to put this one in first and just try to work it out with this, okay? It's a little tricky. I might tighten it up. Tighten it up. See how small it is? Because what it is that it expands, and it's only this from here to here, and you don't want it to be too tight, because then you can't do this. So you need some space like this. So when the machine turns like that, then you have that. Make sense? You see? So let's see what we got. Hold on. My mother-in-law was trying to fly into Charlotte yesterday and got delayed. I guess I don't know, I guess somebody's doing, I don't know what it is. Maybe protests, maybe guys ain't coming to work because of the shutdown. Maybe they're like, we'll show you, right? You can't operate without us. Either way, I can understand why they would want to do that. And then at the same time, you're like, oh man, the flight's delayed, man, damn. While these guys go through the negotiation tactics. Oh man, all right, so let me try the other side. of this. One of these sides are gonna have to be probably, because what I can do, I'm gonna have to probably truly disconnect this. So this is free enough to turn all the way to kind of get it up in here, okay? So that might be what I'm gonna have to do to properly fix this, is to take, separate these wires, because if I do this, it's gonna just keep turning. It may work. It may not be a problem, Or let me see something. Maybe I can go the other way. Like let me go the other way. Ooh. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay, I think so. And then by the time I turn it the other way, it gets back. Silly, right? But I'm doing this as if you're doing it at home, okay? So, all right, here we go. So let's twist this in here first. All right, and I hope this should be the right size. It may be slightly smaller. I'm hoping it's not. Let me just put it in here. I got my finger on the inside of this, and I'm just gonna try to score it in here and just turn it to get the groove. Come on, get in there. Yes, it's nice and tight. Come on. All right, let me make sure. Now, what you can do also is put some contact cement in here or some kind of adhesive, which is probably a good idea to, if you're gonna go replace this, because these break all the time, guys. I mean, a lot of people are frustrated by this, okay? And, but yeah, I would recommend some kind of adhesive or something, epoxy deal. So when it settles, it kind of gets stuck in there. Even if you have to fix it in the future, you just have to kind of clean that out. It's probably best to do it like that, okay? All right? All right, so now, let me put this up in here. And I'll do this. I'm gonna put, let's see something, if I have something. It's not much. Okay, so I'm just trying to clean away some of this in the little groove thing section here. All right. And I'm going to spray a little bit of this here. Because I'm not really using a whole lot at this end. I'm just putting a little bit in it. And that's why I'm using this spray. Because it's not really strong. It's just, it has a little contact to it, All right, now, let's see if, I probably should have put it in here and then maybe I could have turned it in there too. Because either way, this little thing is so awkward. Worst case scenario, guys, what you can do, if it's really a problem for you, get a, I'm not sure what I can tell you. Get a string or something, like a string, and you can put the string in like this through one of these to like the very top, okay? Put it through like a little tiny little hole string, and you put it all the way through here, and then you would pull this. Okay, so this stays up. Because what you're gonna need this to be up in order for you to put it in. You got it? Now the other way is I would have to put this in here first, and then try my little twisty trick to twist it inside of here like that. All right. So just know that's what I'm looking at. Now here's one more thing. This here comes up. All right. You just have to be very careful. All right. Let me show you. This here comes up, right? So you can lower this, right? And just carefully try to disconnect this guy so you can have him a little bit further up. I'm just trying to give you all like the different ways you can mess around with this if you're doing it yourself. So you have options, okay? You don't have to be stuck in one form, right? Okay. Let me see. Let me just see if I can get this out of here. Like, come on, buddy. All right. So that's one of the things, and see if you can kind of like wiggle it out of here just enough so it can be a little bit higher up, and then you can do your twisty thing and get it in there, right? Let me see something. I may have to do it like this. Let's see. Either way, we're gonna get it done. Okay, how's that? It's gonna get done. I think I'm just gonna do it this way first. And then, yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that, guys. And shoot, one of you already probably figured out a better way to do it. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I had to buy it. Let me just take this off. I'm gonna do it the other way, guys. I had to buy it. Hope this is not too short either. Let me put it in here. I had to buy it just like that, just like the hose itself. You know, just like I think it was like 30 feet of hose. Excelente. All right. So now let's get it in here. I'm not sure how tangled up I am right now with this little thing. And let me see if I turn it, it comes back the other way. Great. Okay, let me go. Turn it. All right, let's try it. It may not work. It may not work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Okay, let's put this down in here. Okay. Let me get him to look. Come on, come touch. Come touch it. I'm probably doing it like crazy hard. Okay, here we go. Now I got it in here. Let me turn. Turn. Come on. No, it's not. That's not working, Dwayne. I don't know why you thought this was gonna work like this. Come on. Let me take this off. What the hell was I doing? Somebody's watching there like, watch this. Wait till he finds out. Someone's on their phone like, yeah, wait, watch this. Oh, I can't wait till he finds out. Oh my gosh, that was something else. All right, that was a bad way to do it. There's certain parts of fixing these machines that you just have to like be willing to try some crazy stuff because it's outside of the norm of what you normally would do to fix stuff. And it's not things, it's not a motor, it's not a clog. You're repairing a hose or something, It's like, okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, let me get the last one. The red. Come on, buddy. Okay. So these guys are loose. All right. Fantastic. All right, they're not in my way now. All right, so now let me just twist and turn and we're good to go. Yo, what's crazy? I think I had already screwed it in. I didn't even need to cut them. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Hold on. Let me double check. It's like, oh, you already? No, I didn't. I was optimistic. Come on, here we go. Let's do this again. See, this is not rehearsed. This is happening on the spot. Monroe Vacs, this is Wayne. I'm gonna help you. Hey. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, it may be the power switch or something like that. Just a little bit more. How long you've had it? Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, then there's certain. Yeah. No. And I'm trying to figure out in that time there's certain things that wear if it's 20 years old. So I was just trying to get a grasp. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably it could be a cord. It could be the power switch. One of those things might be the culprit. You know. So. Well, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if you'd like to bring it in, I'll be more than happy to take a look at it for you. It all depends. It could be, yeah, but it could be just a few days. Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, you'll be able to get it back soon and get going again. Right, right. Yeah, but that's it happens. So it's just something something went out. It's probably just your power switch or something, but it's fixable. So you don't have to be too concerned. Yes, yes, right there. Okay, I'll look forward to it. You're welcome. All right, you too. Bye. Sorry, guys. Very nice lady. I couldn't bear to try to rush her off. Okay, I'm taking this out, and I'm gonna try to see if I can work it through the other way. It's funny that I've done these so many times, and now I don't know why I'm struggling with it, but it happens. All right, let me see something. I'm trying to see if it can actually go up a little further through here. The last time I did it, but I think that part was broken. You see, like this piece here. And if you want to, you can, just get it in there, nice and comfortable. Hey, Rudy. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, you got to try to. Okay, we got it. You got to try to do the business when you can, and that's just the way opportunities work. You don't know when, who, and that's why, in general, as a rule of life, like bring your best self, because you never know when that opportunity is going to show up. You don't know how, under what circumstances. Let's see. I just hope this is not going to be too long. We're going to have a problem with this. So I gave myself a little bit more to work with. This was probably way too small. I was thinking of it like this. But so I gave myself a little bit more room. So let's see if we can make this thing work. Okay. And we can get ourselves all nice and twisted up in there. Come on, get all up in there. Get up in there. All right, I just hope it's not too much. All right, now let me see. Let me see if I can sit it down. See, it's too much. It's too much. Let me keep twisting. Let me see if we can go further up. Oh man, it hardly went anywhere. Come on, buddy. Twist. Twist. Get up in there. Before I'd taken these apart and everything, and I realized that it didn't really do nothing. It didn't change how easy it would be to twist it in there. So I don't take. That's why if anyone's wondering why I didn't take it apart, I did it before and it didn't change. All right, this seemed like it's in there real. Come on, get one more. All right, let's see if we can. One more. Come on. One more. I need one more twist. I just need one more twist. All right. Now let's see. Let's see if we can sit. Okay, it's here. Right? It's here. Now what we're gonna do is okay. I think it's a little bit bigger than it should be. I think it's a little bit bigger. I think it's a little bit. There's a little, it's not like major, but gosh. I think it's a little bit bigger than it should be. That's a tad bit. After I went through all of that, I don't want to take it out. I don't want to take it out. I don't want to take it out, man. Oh my gosh, I don't want to take it out. Okay, damn. Oh, you got to do the right thing, dude. Oh man, you gotta do the right thing, man. You gotta do the right thing. All right. Let's do it. I gotta take about this much off. Okay, all right. Here's my little blade. You know what that reminds me of? Okay, you know what it reminds me of? What just happened to me just now. Remind me of when you give your kids like the value system and lessons and stuff like that, right? And you can't control everything. You can't control every friend and every movement. You can't control that stuff. But when they do find themselves in a situation where they have to make a choice, they're supposed to have that fight inside of them to do the right thing, the way they know you would have told them to do it, right? And that's because you spend the time to talk to them and share with them your information, your friends, your family, you went to your church, whatever it is. But that fight is supposed to happen. If that fight doesn't happen, there's a problem. The war in heaven, you know what I'm saying? That fight is supposed to happen, man, because if a person is just like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll do that. And there's no fight, somebody lost the battle. Oh my God, what the hell just happened here? Again, did I unravel it? This is pissing me. You know what's so funny? This is probably the toughest repair I've had in I don't know how long. Oh my God. I figured out complicated stuff. And this one is kicking my butt today. Oh, one more twist. I know, right? Damn, this is kicking my butt today, man. My hands are my hands are probably too big for this thing. I don't know, man. I ain't coming up with no excuse, though. I'm going to fix it. You watching me. You think he got me. You ain't got me. You don't know who you're messing with, man. But I figured I unwound it while winding up the other one. Didn't realize that's what I was doing. Because I didn't put any adhesive in it. So it's not. So I guess someone else who's doing it right, would maybe glue this side first, make sure this side's secure, and then wait, use your patience, and then twist the other side in. I just undid all the work I did. Excellent. Makes for more an entertaining show, right? That wasn't my goal though. Oh my God. All right, so now I'm just trying to get this up in here so I can twist. Am I even going in the right direction? Hold on, let me make sure I'm going in the right direction. Yeah. Right? Yeah, I'm right. I'm correct. Let me pull in here. Let me pull him in. Come on, get in here. Get in here. So we could twist you up in there. What is going on, guys? Why is this thing giving me such a tough time today? Oh my God. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. Hold on. All right, stop everything. Golly, stop everything. All right. Okay. Let me read something. let me read something. Let me read my little success book. Okay. This is nuts. It says here, stop blaming others. Take responsibility for every area of your life. Okay. Positive. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So let me do this. Let me try to answer a question. I'm going to get back to this guy because this is too hard to be something that's so easy. All right. So maybe I got to pick up on the vibe here. I got to pick up on the signals. Okay. All right. Let me answer some questions, Rudy. I know, right? No, it's not tough, man. I'm making it tough, right? So that's what I'm saying. I gotta come down. I'm making this more difficult than it's supposed to be. Someone out there is watching this, and they know that I'm making this more difficult than it's supposed to be. They're like, wait, you could have just did this. So let me take a pause for a second. Let me see if anyone had questions about any repairs yesterday, and maybe I can do that. I can answer some questions, and then I can get back to this with my little short sleeve sweater. All right, here we go. Okay, let me see. Thank you, super helpful. Didn't know it would be so intricate, but it was a success. No, did I read this already? I think I read this already. Hold on, let me reload. Refresh this page. Okay, so wow. Okay, so I had can you see? Maybe I can put it on the screen. I had a this is from a Bissell spin scrub that it wasn't spinning. Okay, the spin scrub is it uses this actually. I remember reading this, and I knew I was gonna want to show it, but it uses this to turn the brushes. It's a Hoover, and the brushes turn like they turn around, and like that, right? Take a look. I'm gonna show that he's right. So what the person said here is all you have to do is pull out the brushes, use a 9mm Allen wrench, and then break it free. Saw that on another video. Okay, so I'm gonna I'm not sure what to say to this person, but yeah, that worked too. Yeah, that works too. Thanks. Boom. Okay, so I put my comment. Now, the reason why maybe that's the good first step, what he just said. Okay? You take those brushes out and you try to turn it. The reason why that's a good first step, okay, is that sometimes it's just rust in the gears up here. So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right? And then I'll get back to this guy over here that's giving me a good start for the morning. A good way to wake me up to remind me that I still have learning to do. A good little reminder. All right. Thank you for that reminder. What they say, what's that thing? They say you too high in your britches or something. I don't know. There's some sayings like that. Too high in your high horse. And hold on, come on. I thought I give this guy the message already. Boom, 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 boom. Oh man, it's in all caps. Do they say when it's in all caps, it sounds like you're yelling? Is that what the deal is? Yep. Come on. Sorry guys. Just finish this comment here. Yeah. That. Okay, good. Oh, that's what happened. I pressed enter thinking it was gonna hit send. I gotta use the mouse. All right, reply. I saw what I did. Okay, all right. So let me show you. Let me kind of get into this and show you why I went further with this. And certain things, yes, you could do the simple way. There are things that I do the simple way, and there's a more complicated way, right? So I'm gonna take these screws out here real quick. And I'm gonna tell you what's the other reason why, for those who have these machines, and the unfortunate part about this machine, it's a Hoover, guys, is that this particular piece I'm working on right here, then some of them are just not available anymore. So the reason why he said use the Allen wrench is because sometimes this thing is jammed up and has a little rust in it. This is brand new, so this has a little rust in it, all right? And the Allen wrench would have just kind of, broke it loose, like really strong, hand movements would have kind of broken it loose. The other part is sometimes it's so rusty that all you're doing is tearing up your gears because this is metal, okay? Now here's the other side of this. On the other side of this, inside this big round area here, okay, let me kind of see if I can pry this open. Little clips on it is a fan. And sometimes this fan is cracked. And if you're too rough with the rust, if you like too thrust like that, you can put a split right through this fan. Okay? So yes, so my comment to the individual was yes, that works also. But the reason why you sometimes have to break things down and get inside of them is that they're more complex things inside. Not just brute force can do it all the time, okay? All right, so I hope that helps. All right, that was just to get me distracted from from the thing I was working on that was kicking my butt. Let me do this first. All right, and maybe I can come back to it with a fresh mind. Okay. Maybe I can come back to it with a fresh mind and get inspired somewhere. And then I'm like, oh, wow, yes. That's what I should have done. Now this one here isn't for the spin scrub. This is for, I believe, the older power scrubs, I think. This particular turbine assembly. That's what they call this, a turbine assembly. Okay. All right. So hopefully yeah, hopefully people understand there are many levels and dimensions of how deep you want to go into stuff. All right, let me see if there's anything else that the video. You have a striking was okay. That's the person said I look like Seal. Okay. I wanted to about problem G4. I think I answered this question. The power seemed to be intermittent. Yeah. Yep. Most likely, I said most likely it is the power switch. Okay. Let's get back to this. All right, folks. All right, Rudy, you still hanging, man? You still hanging there? I noticed that spray WD-40 in a vacuum hole works great. I did it to pool hole. Yeah. WD-40 works. I actually, what I did on that brush earlier, I used some of this gel lube, no drip WD-40 on that brush. So I use it. I also use Blaster. I believe it's called Blaster. Lubricant spray out of one of the AutoZone places. That Blaster works pretty good. That's a very good lubricant. Because WD is not necessarily a lubricant the way a lubricant is. This lube is a little bit more. It's a little better than the WD regular, which is just a water displacement type of a deal. Just like removing the water, the rust, and all that stuff from there, but it's not necessarily a lubricant. But okay, now that I'm going to reapproach this guy again from a different point of view, which way do I do this? Got it. It's still tougher, but it's better. It's tougher, but it's better. Okay. All right, I got it, folks. I got it. It's tougher because I still have a problem. It's still going to be a problem with the. It's still going to be a problem with the. What do you call it? Oh my gosh! Come on, get it in your head, Wayne. It's still going to be a problem with the. Hold on, give me a second. Just want to get this off. I don't want to break it. With the adhesive, it's still should have had it have adhesive in it, so it's really stuck in there, right? Because what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to stretch it into the hole underneath to make it work. That makes sense to me. So in other words, I'm doing this. Okay, hold on. I'm sitting it in like regular, right? Like here, like regular. Okay, so now it's sitting lovely, right? I turn it over and I pull this guy out. Okay? And then I work this guy and I turn him now. Okay? And that makes this seemed like it would make better sense, but you can't yank this out of here either. So that's the part you're gonna have to be careful of, is not to yank it out of the other side. But this makes more sense to me right now in my mind. Now that I've rested and I can think a little bit, it seems like this would be the way. So I just have to get this guy twisted up in here. He's loose. My hands are loose. This is loose. It seems like this would be a better route. But the thing is, you just have to make sure that this is sealed up in here. Maybe with some nice glue. Maybe you wait a few hours. Maybe you wait a little bit longer. Or if you had a hook, a way of keeping it some tension this way. Because the moment you do this, if you're not careful, you can undo what you just did, okay? So let me try this and see if this route is going to work for me. This feels better. This feels like a better route to take. Okay, I just have to twist it and get it in there. Come on, buddy. But I'm trying at the same time not to pull it all the way out of the thing, you know, because you still gotta get that side in. Because if you pull that side out, you're up streak. So come on, just get twisted in here. There you go. Come on, keep going. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Come on, keep going. Come on, buddy. I'm trying to capture that. Oh shit. Is that what I was doing? I think I was turning the wrong direction, guys. Come on. There you go. Now we're gripping. Hey, Rudy, feel like I'm doing something now. Hey, Rudy, if you weren't laughing, bro, I don't know what. All right, I got it, man. Oh my God, this was not supposed to be that hard. This was not supposed to be that hard. This was not supposed to be that hard, buddy. Monroe Vacuums, how can I help you? Monroe Vacuums. Oh, come on, buddy. You guys just call for no reason. All right, so that's it. So now I'm just going to get this guy back up in here and we're good to go. We move on to the next thing. And I don't want to see one of these guys for a long time because this wasn't fun. Well, we got a brand new hose in here. So what I did, in other words, what I did, if I had to break down the steps, it took me 10 hours to figure this out. If I had to break down the steps of what I did, is I separated the wiring. At least that's what I did. All right, separate these guys. So this is loose and he's flexible. I get my little tubing. We get it up in this guy, right? Okay, good. Figure out the size you're gonna need because again, you don't want it to be too crimped. So you want to have just enough for it to be round when it goes like this. So you're gonna have to do your own little measurement on that. Then I took out the little bottom plate, the little flappy plate here. This comes out. You pry out the ends. This comes out, and we put this guy in. Stick the tube in through. Maybe it's good to have some adhesive up here to hold this nice and tight, because you're gonna have to pull on this so you can screw the other side on and snap it back up in there. All I have to do is remember those steps, and I'm not gonna put myself through trouble again. But I went through this trouble so you guys don't have to go through it. All right. But I've done these before, you know, but I don't know. Today, they just became like really hard to do for some reason. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what to call that. All right, one last thing, and then I'm going to be out. I'm going to change a cord on a sanitaire. Okay, so let's get that going. Now, this brush here, I'm gonna have to see if I can order. I can get this brush in. I'm sorry. I did order some for somebody. I gotta see if I have it in stock. But let me see. It may not be a problem. I already put some lubricant on it. We'll see. We'll see for now. Right now, I'm just gonna close this in like that. I don't want to lose nothing, so let me just put everything back real quick. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. I am thankful for this little, for this machine for kicking my butt like this today. certain lessons you won't get until you get it. All right, let me just lock this in and move this out the way. The other thing I'm gonna have to do is strip these cables. I'm gonna have to get these here. What's good about this this deal here? Someone had asked me a question about the gauge on the tubings. If you had to do like a guesstimate about the gauge, right? Like what gauge wire do I use for this? You can utilize those little holes right here to see the one. It's still a kind of a guesstimate. It's still kind of a guess, but like most vacuum cleaners use a 16 gauge or 14 gauge wiring, right? And the one that is comfortably sitting would be the gauge that is comfortable. You can just strip this and you have no problem with that. So that's a little side info for someone if they ever wondered. It's like, wait, I never thought about that. I've never had that question before. Oh my God. That's like what you talk about bad gauge. I never thought about that shit. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just gonna have these guys hook up with each other. I'm trying to see if something went missing here. I'll use these guys. You know what? I need to change this glove now. This glove is getting on my nerve. This glove is in my way. Where are my other gloves? Yes. So, what was today's thing again? Don't blame anyone else. What was it again? Oh my God! I just opened it and I went right to it, and now I can't find it. Stop blaming others. Take responsibility for every area of your life. That is the mission of this. That's what we do here. Okay, if you notice, if I ever go on a rant, it's mostly about that topic, honestly. And it feels good to blame somebody else for something that, you know, it's not me. You know, I feels good. Are you kidding me? Who really wanna if it's like self-preservation, like every part of your body is designed to try to save you. Along with the food you eat, the way you digest food, your white blood cells, your body is healing, all the process of removing cells and all that stuff. It's trying to, it's trying to keep this body going, right? Pumping hard, pump, pump, pump. So your brain also says, hey, you're not bad. You're all right, right? It's not your fault. That's right. That's your brain. The brain's trying to protect you, right? Your brain is trying to protect you. So there are times when you're doing like bad habits. Oh, shit, look what I just did. Your time when you have bad habits and your bad habits are costing you, and it is your fault. So you're going to have to learn to take responsibility for some things and say, hey, man, look, I need to change the way I'm approaching this. Because if I approach this different, I'm going to get different results. If I keep approaching it the same way, I'm going to get the same results. So what do I want? But you don't come to those kind of conclusions if your mind isn't focused on you solving the problem. If your mind got to where it's like, well, you don't got to solve it because it's just not your problem. They're the one that did it, right? It's their fault, right? Then your brain don't try to be a problem solver. It's just finding the next person to blame. And it doesn't help you. So I figured, even if someone else to blame, it doesn't help me. It doesn't help me to be focused on that. Because really, the only The only question is, what am I going to do and how am I going to get out of this? That's it. What am I going to do? How am I going to get out of it? That's it. Everything else is just chatter. Everything else is chatter, man. All right. And you could be right. It was that person's fault, right? Okay, what now? Well, then, now I got acknowledgement. It's like, okay, but what is that? How does the acknowledgement solve the problem? Unless that person's going to fix it, like they're legally obligated or something. To like, well, you're going to have to give so-and-so $1 million for their suffering. Right? Okay, this is out of here. We put this guy back, and I just had that little piece that fell off on the side, and voila. Okay, and because I have to fix this one. This is here. This is all set. But and these you use use some adhesive if you have one of these and you have to clean it. Use adhesive. You can use not adhesive, scouring pad, or you can use some alcohol is good for removing paint and stuff like that. I'm just gonna pour some stuff on here. Alcohol is good, but this is not bad to do for your cleaner, man. You have your cleaner at home. Because you know what it is, man? When you stop thinking of it as something important and you just like let it get abused, you will most likely have to spend money sooner to replace it, which is really a pocket. So this may not seem like a cool thing to do, but it's not like a $10 item. These things are hundreds of dollars. So why not treat it like, because then mentally you'll want to keep it around longer. Mentally you'll have a different perception of it, and you may just save yourself some money. It's just an attitude, that's all. All right, so anyway, I'm done with this. All right, I gave it new. I got put some other tires on it and everything yesterday. All right, so this is out the way, except for this piece. This is done. Finito. Nice. All right. Any questions? Anybody? We have any? Oh shoot, I'm not done yet. I got this little piece here. I forgot. Put it over here. Okay. Let me see. Let me go and check. What do we got cooking? All right, Rudy. I'll talk to you later, man. Thanks for hanging in here. Thanks for coming. All right. I'm still rocking and rolling, folks. I am still rocking and rolling here. All right. Well, let me hear what some of my homies are saying up here while I get this thing ready to go. No, I don't want to get on that. See, I got my fire stick right here. If I want to see something. If I want to see something. Okay.
So while we're all still.
Yeah. All right. Ah, okay, no problem. I can't see nothing. Really?
Think November is too late to start a garden? Here's the truth.
This is stuff I've been watching.
20 prep.
Wait, let me just pull this back. So, you know what I was thinking? I have this plan, right, that comes back every year. And I was asking, I probably should have just asked one of the GPTs or something. One of the chat things. Because I know, if you take a picture of it, they can identify it. And then from there, you go to what's the best way to care for it. But I want to move it because I have a plum tree that's overshadowing this beautiful plant with nice colors and everything. And I'm like, I want to move it, but I don't want to move it. I don't know if I should move it now or I should move it in the spring. You know, like when they're fighting for life. You know, when they're like reaching out, when the roots are like, yeah, man, let's get some, let's get some nutrients in it. Now they're dying down or they're hibernating or whatever, because it's a, what do you call that? Annual, whatever. But it comes back every year. It comes back. But it's being overshadowed, and I'm like, when is the best time? And this little thing was saying November is the best time to start planting. I'm like, really? So I'm wondering if now would be a good time to actually move it rather than waiting. All right, so I was working on this before. I cleaned it up and everything, kind of polished it down and check out everything. But I noticed that there's a whole lot of, after a while, it gets too much, and you don't want too much cord damage. It just keeps, it was getting worse and worse. I'm like, okay, there's more and more and more. Like, you can go and tape it back up, or after a while you say, you know what, enough is enough. Let's just, here's another one with a copper was showing. Okay, so I got one here. You could put tape on these, and then there was one more that the copper was showing, and I was like, look, when the copper starts showing, just replace the cord. Stop taping it up, because that frame of mind, you'll tape up the next one, copper showing, but you don't realize that the negative and the positive on the inside, if you're not careful, that they're touching, and you could start a fire. So if you see, if it's just cosmetic, the outside got scuffed, fine. Some liquid electrical tape or some dip, just kind of put some liquid stuff over it, or just put your tape. But if you start seeing copper wiring, man, just make it just tell yourself that I'm just going to change the cord if it gets that bad, okay? That's it. All right. Now this one, I think all I have to do is remove these clips. I just had, is it under here? I just had my my little tweezers, my little needle nose pliers. Golly, man. I'll use this if I have to, but here's another one. I have another one here. This is better. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up. Oh yeah. Oh, cool, man. I didn't even see that, Rudy. David normally comes on around 10:30 to 11. David and those guys. All right, so now let's do this. Let's move this out the way. Oh boy. Let's knock something over. Let's move this out the way. All right, take this guy off the top. All right, now if you notice, the cord and the power switch is built into this thing here. Okay, just kind of move your clips out the way so you don't end up losing them for some reason. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna separate all these guys. All right, you don't have to mess with the power switch. But look, everything is kind of tied up here, if you notice, inside the thing. So let's clip these guys. So we're gonna have to get them loose. Okay, get everybody loose a little bit. We'll put them back together before we leave. All right. And while I'm here, let me just dust out some more of these areas was kind of hidden from before. Got the new bulb. David! What's going on, man? David, bro. You doing all right? Had a good weekend? Okay. Had a good weekend, man. My weekend was busy. I had a busy weekend, which is good. Busy is good, man. Nothing wrong with busy. I am okay with busy. We should probably be, how's this? We should probably be terrified if we're not busy. We're like, oh my God, I'm not busy. So, and I don't mean overly busy, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, you know, we should always have a thing to do. Even if that thing is to rest, because it is it's an action. Resting is an action. You know? Oh, small jobs. Yeah, man. Whatever it takes, bro. Whatever it takes, man. Let me just get this off of here. I'm trying not to cut it because I didn't want to like sacrifice too much wiring, but I may have to. I'm just going to cut it. I don't want to be fighting this thing. I don't have to. It's not that much really that you're going to be sacrificing. So just going to cut it and be. Let me not worry too much about this. Okay. So now these guys are off. Okay. Let me get this guy out of here and get the new guy in. Okay. Now let me ask you: do you guys have another way that you do this? If you've done this before, where you squeeze that little retainer and you pull it out. That's the only way I know to do this. If someone has another way that maybe someone taught them, I was gonna try to squeeze it from the outside, but it looks like it's a little bit. Monroe vacuums, I can have it. Interesting. I should be able to, if it's really just electrical, just wiring work. But yeah, you can bring it in. I'll take a look at it. Yes. Yeah, I mean, this is seems like it's the same basic mechanics. Yeah. Alrighty. You're welcome. Somebody want me to work on a sewing machine. There are guys up the block that work on them. I normally send the business there, but if they call me directly, Dave, I'll take the business. You know what I mean? You know, you call me directly, I'll take the business. You want me to do it, but if you're asking me about it, I wouldn't tell her to bring. Tell her take it to the guys. And I learned that lesson from another lady who she's a customer of mine, and she's like, Wayne, I know you can do it. I'm gonna leave it here with you. I'm leaving it. And I fixed it. I fixed the sewing machine. But just never thought about getting into it as a part of the business. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's what maybe I should, right? But it just was never a thing for me. All right, so I just make sure all these guys are a little bit clear. All right, now I'm gonna remove this guy. I'm trying to, because normally I remove him by getting my pliers, squeezing real good, and then just kind of pulling out, right? But I'm thinking, or this way, one or the other. I'm like, man, does someone have another way that they do it that works better for them that I'm not trying? Because this is the way I always take these things out of here. Just squeezing them and just getting them through. like this, you know. And then you put the new one in and you do the same thing. You squeeze it, but look how much pressure you would have to have on this thing. You have to have a lot of pressure to kind of squeeze this bad boy into this section here. All right, so these have to come off. Okay, so what you do, you get a flathead, the best tool in the industry, the flathead screwdriver. Put this to the side for a second. Do the same over here. Just kind of get it inside here, and then do that. Hold on, give me a second, because I think I'm okay. All right. Hold on. I'm not seeing what I'm thinking I'm supposed to be seeing. That's what it is. All right. Okay, so this comes out. All right. So now I don't have to. You can leave this attached. Okay. So let's get the cord out of here. Get the old cord out of here. But we're gonna need this little thing here for the new cord. Okay. But that's the rule of thumb, guys. I don't change the ends for people. I may do it for my own equipment, but you know when you take the ends off and you go to Lowe's and you get those caps and you put them on and everything, because especially if they're using it for work, a lot of yanking might be done, and those wires on the inside, they kind of go in together and then they split like this. And I don't want, any yanking, so I'm not gonna do that. So when they asked me to do it, I said, listen, I'm just gonna replace the whole cord. I'm not gonna splice it or do stuff like that. All right. So that's a choice someone's gonna have to make, right? It's like, oh, okay, do I pay for the cord or do I just my brother can do it at Lowe's, you know? You know what I'm saying? All right, so this here goes in this way. Okay, voila. Then he's going to go in through here. Okay. Going through here. Right. Here we go. And let's see how he looks. Let's see how he looks. Okay, they look good. They look good. They look good. They look good. All right. We can probably just twist them on again, or we can go like with these, right? Which is going to be easier for service in the future. Let me see if I'm going to be doing that now. If not, then I'm just going to go with the other ones. I know what I did with them. I took them with me. Took them home. Awesome way. All right, so I'm just gonna go with the twist for now. All right, and then we're gonna zip them up real good. Let me see which ones are too big and too small for these. I'll do this for that, and I'll do this for that. Okay, great. All right, so for the white, which has three of them are hanging together. These three people here hanging out. I have a slightly bigger one. Okay. This guy is hanging with this guy over here, or this gal over here. So I'm going to put that on. And this guy is hanging with, ay caramba, man, Wayne. Because some of them, they don't, some of these clamps, you don't have to slide them through. But this one you do, and I forgot that this one you do. This one, you have to actually put it through the hole. Some of them you just clamp them on and slide them in. I gotta do it from the other side. Because it has to be pushed through. Has to be pushed through from the back. See? I went too fast, guys. We all do this sometimes. All right? So it's going to be about here, where I'm going to just clamp it in. I'm going to give about this much on the inside of this. I could probably get away with this much right there. If you look at the old cord, it's probably going to be about here. Let me see. The old cord. Yep. Look at that. Damn, Wayne. You're precise, bro. That's good. That's good. All right. So what you would end up doing is getting your pliers and squeezing this real tight and try to just cram it in there and just hope you don't damage it too much trying to get it in there, you know, because you gotta real force it. You gotta use some strength. Hold on. Actually, I think the needle nose would be better. Gives me more space to work when I'm squeezing. Hold on. Get in there. It's in there. All right, so now that it's in there, let's start connecting everybody again. Let's start doing, now we're doing the work. Okay, so we got the ground right here. WD 40 vacuum the gray with that. Hold on, I just want to make sure I get everything. I can't see everybody. Hey Dave, man, you know, have you seen those memes where obviously it's people from I guess it's our generation or something, and they're like, if you recognize what this is, I know how old you are, and then they'll show like a car system. God, I wish I had it right here. I will show you what I'm talking about. But there's some things they showed that I didn't know. I'm like, what's that again? But I remember that. I remember one where I saw 4 pedals, right? And I'm like, okay, that is the 4 pedals. Is probably a car where the clutch was like this, because I remember a car with a clutch. That this wasn't just a direction, right? And lights. This was the clutch, or the gear shift. The gear shift, my bad. And the clutch. Then you have your gas, your brake, your brakes and your gas. You have your parking brakes over here. Or the parking brakes was over here. Because I'm just trying to remember when I had to use the clutch. No, the clutch was operating by your left foot. Because I'm supposed to be teaching my boys how to use the clutch again. But I'm thinking about those things over there, that older version. The clutch is your left foot, and then you do your brakes in the other way. I remember that, because I remember my legs shaking. Oh man, I remember shaking, man. When I first started learning how to use how to drive a clutch, I wasn't used to my leg having that work to do, and it got nervous. But I think that clutch would be a good. I think the kids, should learn how to drive something like that, even if they never drive it. I think it's just good to do it. I'm still trying to see if I can arrange to get a car with a clutch, so my I could teach my boys how to do it just for fun. because most likely they're not going to buy it. I mean, unless they really get into cars like that, you know, buy muscle cars and things. Yeah. This cord, I like the gray. I like the gray cords. Basic commercial cords, you know. They get the job done. Real basic, nice setup. All right, so now you see all here, right? This is, you know, you got the cord in, no big deal. Now you got yourself a brand new cord. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll just kind of size this up right about here. This will go in here, and snap. This is in. Okay. Now we're going up top. This guy is already on here, right? We're going about here. Okay. Going about here. Let me see. Oh, you can stay there for now. We're going about here, so we're going to put this up top. This looks like it's just about right. Just enough slackness we need. Don't need it to be too stiff. Okay? And put your bag back up. Okay? Let's get this guy in here. I'm gonna lift him up just a little bit just so I can have some thing, and voila. We put this like so. Not too tight. And there you go. Bam. So I just have to do the spring underneath. Well, the cord's gonna fall now, right? But yeah, it's all right. And get these guys hooked on there. It's funny, you know, I'm not a fan of these guys, but I understand why they're better than the screw, because the screw, they snap on the inside of the body when you screw it in. It has the hole for the screw. It has the hole and everything right here. We'll put the screw in, but these clips, they clip to the side. There's a little piece that hangs out, and I even though I don't like it because I don't like having to hook it up all the time. I hate doing this part. It still seemed like this is a better way to go. Is that crazy? I mean, a lot of things are like that, right? It's like, it's so inconvenient, but it's actually better. You gotta come to terms with it. It's like, it's so inconvenient, man, but it's the better way to go, man. Oh my gosh. So this guy is good to go. I have to get it off my desk. But yeah, this guy's good to go. All right. And that's that. Woo! Excelente. All right. Let's see what other public announcements we got. Oh yeah, Dave. Yes. I had to make some changes, man, because I bought a computer. Okay, I bought a computer for the office, so I'm going to be using the other camera every other day. I think I'm gonna do that every other day. I'm gonna use this vertical setup, right? And then I'll use the camera setup. The only problem is I may have to buy another camera for the overhead view, because one camera is like this, and the other one, if I need you to see like overhead, it's good to have something like that, you know. And I can't do that with the phone. But then I saw the last video, and the quality just wasn't. I don't know what the hell was going on, and so I figured, all right, man, let's just shoot it regular, because those cameras in the back are specifically designed for that, right? The one in the front is just for a selfie or FaceTime or something like that. So it's not really designed for that. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? As we grow, man, we make these changes, David. You know, and we just take inventory and what we can do to improve our particular project, and that's all I'm doing. All right. And some of the guys watching said, "Damn, Wayne, I would have told you that. I would have changed that a long time ago." Oh wow! Here's the other rip. See, it was just the more and more. That's why I just had to change it. It was just on his way out, and I don't think it would have been right to give it back like this. Okay, so to do the right thing, you change the cord. All right. Okay. But yeah, man. So the computer's coming in today. I have two computers here, right? Both of them are just not strong enough to actually operate the OBS studio, so I can do the video and have multiple cameras, right? So they would only serve as for search, like, you know, searching online, and so that's why I just had to bite the bullet and say, all right, fine. Fine. Golly. All right. So guys, don't forget we're having a drawing this month, and we are giving away a steamer, a little steam. Let me throw this cord away, guys. And a little steam machine is going to go to a lucky winner. You know, I know she knows. I really do. I really do think that she knows. But I think she... Hello. Yeah. I'm at the shop. I'm just wrapping up my live. Yeah. Talk to you in a few. All right, so we're giving this away. Short and simple. All right, there are rules. All right. Let me see if I can post the rules. I'll put the rules in the chat, and then we're going to move on from there. And guys, thanks a lot for passing through. All right. Thanks for all the support. All of you who donate to the channel, we love you. Thank you very much. Those who became members, thank you for becoming members and supporting the channel in a monthly basis. You have different levels for that, so we thank you for that also. You sent me an email. Really? Really? I said, so those springs like ones on brake shoes. Yeah, you're right. The springs, that's what they remind me of. Yeah. I'm supposed to be changing brakes today for my sister-in-law. What is it, Sam? One of them wanted me to do brakes. And I was like, yeah, I'll do some brakes. I bought that thing that allowed me to push the caliper in. So I'm actually excited to use it. Guys buy tools and just can't wait. Man, I can't wait to use that. I can't wait to use that tool. Oh man, that's cool though. That's one of the built-in mechanisms. But let me send this off. Yeah. So today, normally on a Monday, I close at 10 o'clock in the morning. I open at 7 a.m. and get started and taking a couple of commercial machines in the mornings, and then the rest of the week I open at 10. Because a lot of the business and banks and a lot of my central vacuum service stuff I'll do in the morning, like 8 o'clock, 8:30. 9 o'clock is cutting it close. And then after I do the central vacuum service, I will come and open up the shop. That's kind of how I run my day. But I'm gonna go check out that email, Dave. Okay? I'm gonna see you later. And everybody, don't forget, like and subscribe the video. And if you have a question about a vacuum, feel free to post it. I normally try to answer questions in the beginning of the show. And if yours, I'm able to see it, then I'll be more than happy to bring it on to the next show in that morning and bring it up and try to solve the problem for you. Okay? All right, that's it, guys. I'll see you later. Stay positive. Dave, peace. Okay, that stuff, UPS got that. All right. Well, they're getting it right like 10 minutes. I'll see you later.